Hey, what's going on, everybody? Finger Guns Pew Pew back with you here today. We're going to be bringing you a different deck, one that I made that's a little bit of a different take on Northern Realms. We're going to be running Inspired Zeal. It allows you to boost an allied Northern Realms unit by 1 and give it Zeal. This is mainly going to be used for Prince Anseis to put him in the range row and then get a 6-point duel card. Same with Selkirk, except he's going to be in the melee row because he has to be. We're running a Philippa because it's still just a really good card for removal. We've got Falibor in the deck, Northern Realms, of course we're running Falibor. 1 Karathi Heatwave because we still see scenarios here and there. We've got a Royal Decree, and we are running a Bloody Baron. 1 Xavier Lemons. This is a hot button card. I saw a thread on Reddit, some people saying that this card was just absolute garbage, but I kind of disagree because I still see a good amount of great swords or scenario decks, and it gives you an alternative if you don't get the Heat Wave. He's a really good dry pass card if you lose round 1 to some scenario nonsense. So he's brought me a lot of success. I'm going to leave him in the deck for now, but it's possible we take him out later if we start seeing less scenarios. We've got a Black Rayla because it's really good with the Inspired Zeal as well. We've got 1 Margarita for Locke. Vincent, 2 Temerian Drummers, 2 Boiling Oil, 1 Curse Knight for the Purify, 1 Carol Ballista, 2 Adernian Maulers, 2 Ballistas, 2 Redovit's Royal Guards, and 2 Redanian Knights. And the idea behind this deck is it doesn't really do anything, like it's just a good mid-range deck, right? It doesn't do anything fancy as far as in round 1 you want to do this, in round 2 you want to do this. You just want to outvalue your opponent from start to finish is the idea behind this. The deck seems pretty good against the other stuff I've seen in the meta. Okay, good. So I'm glad we have that Xavier in the deck. We're seeing a 2nd win Skellige here. You can bet that he's going to be running some great swords. We're going to keep the Vincent, I guess. 2 Adernian Maulers. I don't hate, since we're playing Skellige. We don't need a Curse Knight, though, because he doesn't have any poison, right? Yeah, we don't need this. Okay. And Bloody Baron. Yeah, we'll keep that. And we'll keep the Marguerite, even though we're not planning on playing her. Unless we absolutely have to. I'd like to save Margarita for round 3. And try to get his Grimmest out of him in around 1 or 2, ideally. Okay.
Long live, etc., etc.
We're not going to waste this charge on the bear. We very well could, but the only other forms of removal that I can think of that he would have would be like a Stunning Blow. If he wants to waste a Stunning Blow on a 3-point Adernian Mauler, then be my guest. But I can't think of any reason that we should feel forced to use the charge off of this right now. Okay, yeah, absolutely, we'll take that. We are going to use the Mauler on this. And we're just going to play the other one. I'm considering giving this a boost, but I kind of want to save that for our Temerian Drummer. Yeah, okay. We'll let him take the last point of shield off of this Redanian Knight. An Avalok. Okay. So I guess we're going to be seeing a great sword next. We'll put the Caraballista down, and we'll just plan on using the Caraballista and or Durnian Mauler charges with boiling oil, depending on how many points he gets on this great sword. He should bump it up to a 7, it looks like, so we can boiling oil and use the Durnian Mauler charge and save the Caraballista. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted there. Easy boiling oil. It sucks that we had to play first against this guy because you really don't want to give Skellige last say, but at the same time, if he's playing last, he can probably get it if he really wants it. But if he wants to get it, we're going to make him use a lot, like his leader ability, and maybe pop out 2 great swords and a dagger. Yeah, okay, there's the dagger. So we're going to Royal Decree into a Selkirk and get rid of that dagger. And yes, we did give him a second target for his rain, but I wanted to play this instead of the Onsace right now. So if he has another great sword in hand, or maybe a Freya's Blessing, that could be a little bit of a problem. I mean, we can just lock it. Okay, so this is probably going to be him getting a Freya's Blessing to get a great sword back. Yep.
I once lopped off 3 heads with one blow. Again and again and again.
So we're gonna Bloody Baron his great sword. That's gonna be the plan. Is we're just gonna let him build it up using a Delirium or maybe a Giga Scorpion decoction, whatever he sees fit. Yep. And then we will reset it. I can't decide if I want a Bloody Baron in the ranged row now and go ahead and reset it and give it bleeding. Or just lock it. Maybe. No, we don't want to lock it. Okay, we'll use a second leader charge. Give this bad boy bleeding for all he's got. If he has the Giga Scorpion decoction, then that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. But maybe we're far enough ahead that we'll still be able to make him use his leader ability if he wants to win this first round. Okay, beautiful. So we got his Grimmist out. That was one of our goals, right? That I said earlier is we wanted to bait the Grimmist out. Now we can get this down to 1 and use this Caraballista charge to get rid of it. And either he's going to have another Freya's Blessing in hand. I don't think he does since he wasted his Ermion on the first one. Or he's going to have to use his leader ability. Okay, beautiful. Outstanding. This is good, actually. We're going to keep this exact hand. And I'm going to put the Rayla down, and we're going to bleed him with the Rayla Temerian Drummer combo.
I'll fight to my last breath.
Or he can Giga Scorpion decoction this, and then I will pass. I wanted to bleed him at least a little bit because I don't want to go into a long round 3 against Skellige Wild Boar. Okay, well we're absolutely fine with that.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
6 points. What could he play for 6? I want to make him use his second phrase, Blessing, or his leader ability to win this round, because Skellige is really weak if you can keep their dagger and or their great swords off the battlefield. Ideally, for next round, we would like an Ansace and a Xavier and a Falibor. But Philippa would be good also. Maybe we should have used our mulligans a little bit more this... Okay, that's interesting. So he must have a Freya's Blessing in hand, and he wants to get the Wild Boar into his graveyard. But... I think I'm just going to Heatwave the Wild Boar. So he can't bring it back. I don't know how I feel about it. Not crazy about it. Really hoping he doesn't have a Hemdall in hand. Okay. Alright, we got that great sword out of his hand. It's not terrible. Hopefully we make him waste a Hemdall or a Morkvarg here. That would be beautiful. We are going to get the short round that we wanted, and we have the lock for one of his great swords. And he has to go first. So we can just react. Or he's just going to forfeit the game because... Pass. Got to get one of those every stream, right guys? I have no idea. I guess he thought that he was going to get one more tick of the bleed and win with this greatsword. That's not how that works, buddy. That's what happens when you're still at rank 7, because you don't have time to grind a pro rank. Oh great, I didn't realize I didn't have that done. Complete one daily quest. Well, I believe I can do that. Okay. Maybe it's going to find us a game. There we go.
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
Okay, we don't want 2 boiling oils. It's a little bit excessive. We're playing some enslaved Nilfgaard. Oh, that's unfortunate. This deck's probably really good against us, actually. We're playing second. Guess we're going to keep the Heat Wave in case they're running some kind of greedy list with Masquerade Ball. This hand looks pretty good, pretty balanced. Use the tactical advantage on it. Do it. Okay, well, I guess we found our Heat Wave target. So, we definitely don't want to play a unit into just getting pinged by that Helga. Sounds like a really bad time. We're going to play the Radovid's Royal Guard in the ranged row to try to play out of Sweer's range, or we could Boiling Oil the Siege Tower. I think we're actually going to do that so he doesn't get the extra 2 points off of it. Try to keep this board nice and tidy. I would like to go something like Radovid's into Redanian Knight into Temerian Drummer and try to get some stuff ticking, but actually I'm not sure. I might want to Radovid's the Temerian Drummer so he can't steal it. Is this going to be a bribery?
The Empire will be victorious.
Oh, no, another diplomacy. It's unfortunate. Northern Realms has really good bronzes. Yeah. But that's okay.
Attention! Present arms!
Nah, we're just gonna play this into this most likely and make him use his enslave if he wants to win this round. My main goal is to keep everything out of Sweer's range. That's unfortunate. Again, this is arguably the best Sweer's target in the game, in my opinion. It's what I love stealing as much as anything. So I definitely don't want to let him take that when it's on 3 for like a 7-point swing.
As good as dead, that lot.
Okay. We're going to play the drummer first, again, to prevent Sweers on the ballista. I really do want to win this round to try to make him use the enslave in round 2. I don't want him to have that enslave going into round 3, because if he has that in round 3, then we're going to have a really hard time winning with the style of deck that we have.
Feeling a bit peckish?
We have a Falibor set up also to get round control. What has he used? He's used the Helga and the Minnow. We don't have to use the Falibor though, so that's great, I think, right? So this will play for 2, 3, and we'll get 2 ticks on this. Yeah, that's plenty.
Long live, etc., etc.
Okay, well, we won that round, and all we had to commit was the Karathi Heatwave. But we did get to remove his Helga. Radovid's Royal Guards to again keep things out of Sweer's range. I like that. We don't really need the Margarita in this matchup because he can likely purify his Damien if we just lock it. So we're going to get rid of that. Black Rayleigh, yeah, okay. That will work.
No audiences.
And we might use one of our leader charges on the Black Rayleigh to get a good bleed going for this round. Okay. So much for that.
I'll fight to my last breath.
I'll be really happy if he just enslaves this and plays a card, and then we can pass the round. That would be more than enough for me. Then we'll just have to make sure that we can remove his Damien come round 3. Okay, perfect. This card's irrelevant.
Life is mine now.
Maybe we could have traded up the Ballista, but I think he's got enough cards in hand that we're not drawing anything useful out. Excellent. Selkirk on Sace. Yeah, alright. Good draws. So we're going to get rid of the Ballista because it's a Sweer's target. What do we have left? We would like to get the Philippa out maybe, or the Vincent. We can Philippa or we can Royal Decree the Philippa. Do we want the Redanian Knight? It is a Sweer's target. And unless we get the Temerian Drummer, no, we really don't want it. So I'm going to throw that back. Okay, excellent.
Behold Nilfgaard's iron might!
Okay, so if we duel this... It's 7, so it will go down to 4, then it'll hit us to 3, and then... Okay, that's the play. And that's because we absolutely cannot allow him to get the Damien off. So if that means we had to put 2 leader charges into the Onsace, that's fine, because the only other thing that we have to use is a Selkirk. But that Fion is a huge problem, because if he gets that off, then the game's kind of... If he gets the Damien off, rather than the game's kind of just over. So now we have a boiling oil for the Damien, and we are in an absolutely fantastic spot. A Royal Decree, what's he got? Gotta be a Damien, right? Stefan, okay. Perfectly fine. Here, hold this. So my only question is, I don't know if that extra card is going to allow him to win the game. I don't think so, because we're going to get pretty good value out of our Selkirk. Unless he high rolls us here. So with the bribery, we're probably going to have to go Aderni and Mahler, and then Royal Decree into the Philippa next turn. Okay, yeah.
Could have settled this amicably, you know.
Oh, he's probably going to Swears the Mauler, huh? Yeah, that sucks. If he does, at least we get a really good Falibor out of it. Actually, I won't be upset with that at all because that's a perfect Falibor. That is also a possibility. Okay, well, we're not going to need to reset anything likely, so we're just going to play the Baron in the ranged row. Leave it there. Olaya. Un video por YouTube ahorita. Sorry, that was my daughter popping in to see what was going on. She was saying hi to her little sister, who, as usual, is just sleeping right here next to me in her little seat. Okay, so this guy seems thoroughly perplexed. Yennefer's okay. Do we even need the Philippa? Can we Royal Decree into something else? This would play for 6. This would play for 6. 6. I guess we're going to Royal Decree into a drummer? No, we're going to Royal Decree into a Cursed Knight, maybe. We're just going to Falibor here. We have to save the Selkirk for last say so that we can make sure he doesn't get the Damien off. He has a Swears, but if he steals a 1-point card, then we're really okay with that. Okay. That's excellent.
My reason to travel, I mean.
So unless he has like a Damien and another poison card exactly, we're in good shape.
Onward! Selkirk leads the way!
I just noticed the Cursed Knight says onward, Selkirk leads the way. Interesting. Okay, so if he does have another poison card, yeah, he does. Well, that's pretty unfortunate, actually.
The master's table, never.
Stand and fight, cowards!
I don't think he's going to have an 8 for a Nilfgaard card for last say here. Excellent. Alright, well. That was a pretty good matchup. I didn't think we were going to be able to win that one, but he never did get the Swears. I don't know if it's in his deck or not, but we did a pretty good job of playing around the possible outcomes, I think. Pretty pleased with how that game went. Unfortunately, it's going to be a really short stream today. Only had time for a couple of games, but it's been a really busy weekend. Again, I'm getting married next Saturday, so it's been extremely crazy. But I wanted to get on and make another quick video just to put out a little bit of content for anybody that enjoys watching my videos. If there's anything particular that you'd like to see deck-wise, you know, I've got cards for pretty much every faction except for Syndicate. I'm working on that right now because I really do want to start playing Syndicate as soon as I can have enough cards to build a decent deck. But I hope you guys enjoyed what content there is out of this stream. I know it's very little for today, and I'm sorry about that. But again, I promise at some point in the future here, hopefully in maybe 2 to 4 weeks, because I have to go back to the States next month also. But hopefully I'll be able to start putting out stuff about 5 days a week for, you know, a good hour plus. Okay, well, you guys have a good day. And again, let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see for the next video, or if you have any constructive feedback for me. You know, I'm always welcome for that. Make sure if you like the channel, give me a follow or a YouTube subscribe, whatever it is. Have a good day. I'll catch you all later.